Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 619. My name is Christine, and on today's episode, we're combining our flower dyes with pan pastels and stamping. So today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful flowers using our flower dye that I showed you last week, that pointed flower, a stamp from Hero Arts, some Versamark ink, and our pan pastels. So I'll move these out of the way so we can get started. So I've die cut some white flowers just out of a smooth, I think it's the Basil Smoothies cardstock. Oh, actually no, this is the American Crafts white cardstock. There's a little bit of texture on one side and it's smooth on the other. So it's up to you what side you want to use, the smooth or a bit of texture. Doesn't really matter. And I am using this antique brocade stamp from Hero Arts. I really like the pattern to that. So I'm going to put the big one aside for now. I'm going to do these little ones. So what you're going to do, of course, is you take your Versamark and ink up your stamp. And then you take your flower. I'm going to go, it doesn't matter, texture side's fine. And I'm going to lay it in and just push it down so the stamp gets transferred onto my paper. You can sort of see it, that's okay. I'm just going to work quickly and do these 4 little ones. And of course you have to ink it up each time that after you stamp. My last little one there. Great. And I'm going to just put that aside. We're going to come back to it for our big one in a minute. And I'm bringing in my pan pastels. And I'm using a lot of blues and purples today. So I'm going to take a little bit of the blue there and color. And you can see how quick and beautiful the design pops up where the Versamark was, and how quick it is to get color over top of these flowers. So you can see this was the textured paper, the textured side, so you see a few of the dots, whereas this was the smooth side, so it was completely smooth, but it's whatever you prefer. It doesn't really matter. So how beautiful is that so far? But what we're going to do is add in a bit of other color. So I'm going to take this purple and just bring it up a bit into the petal. And you can see there I did all the flowers with just that one application of color. You get so much color on these that it really doesn't take a lot. And then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to go get some dark pink just to put some pink in the middle. And again, you can see how beautifully the colors just blend together like that. I'm going to set those aside and we're going to do our big flower. We'll move this back out of the way, get our stamp, and I just want to show you a little trick with the big flower. So because the flower is bigger than my stamp, it would pop off. What I do is I do about half at a time. And then I ink it up again. And now I'm going to do the other half. And I don't care if in the middle there's a bit of overlap because I'm stacking my flowers and we'll never see that middle of the design. So I have that. I'm going to bring my pastels in again. Here's my blue. You can just see how pretty and fast and easy and quick this is to do. And this just shows you another way you can use your Pan Pastels. We're always looking for new and fun ways to use our supplies. Do I have any purple? There's still a bit of purple left on there. And any pink? There's even a bit of pink left. So now when I did these other ones, what I did is at this point I took them outside and sprayed them with my Krylon spray, and that just sets the pastels so it doesn't come off on your fingers. But just because I'm just doing this sample here for you today, I'm not going to go outside and spray them. But now you can stack them up in any way you want. You might have noticed with my samples at the beginning I showed you I had, say, 2 big ones at a time and then a middle one and then I skipped one. You can do any way you want with these. That's what's so fun and about the die set, is it's extremely versatile, that every flower can be different. I'm just going to poke a hole through all those layers. Let's see. Put my little brad in there. Turn it up. And then at this point now what we want to do is just bring up our petals. Just try and lift them up. This is when we're going to make our flat flower turn into a nice dimensional flower. And then the big ones, you just, with your finger, just give them a bit of a turn under like that. And you now have a nice pretty flower. So I'll bring back these other ones just so you can see some different combinations I've done. There's a couple large ones and then just one of some of the smaller sizes, some smaller sizes. And then Lifestyle Crafts also has a leaf set with a variety of leaves, and so I cut some out and just colored them with my Pan Pastels. This one I used a dot stamp on. This was the textured side of the paper, the smooth side of the paper. This was a wood grain stamp that I did it with, and so you can always just add a bit of green underneath these like I did with some of these ones here. There's a big, so you can just play around, see what leaves you like to use with the different flowers. And there you go. So hopefully you're inspired that a flat piece of white paper can turn into these amazing creations. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out my website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, we're going to be talking about alphabet dies. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.